I've said it before and I'll say it again. Mulan is not appreciated nearly enough for all that she's done. I could go into every little anecdote that shows Mulan is the best princess, but I won't waste your time. Instead, I'll stick to the outstanding examples to argue my point. Within the first 15 minutes of the movie, Mulan changed her identity so she could take her injured father's place in the Chinese Imperial Army. In addition to facing the typical dangers of war, she was threatened with execution if it were discovered she was a woman. Despite the very real possibility that she'd die, Mulan took the risk and fought. No other princess is that selfless. The songs in the movie again prove that Mulan should be recognized as a feminist icon. During the I'll Make a Man Out of You sequence, Shang, that's the captain of her troop, tells the group of recruits that they are a spineless, pale, pathetic lot, but that he'll make a man out of every single one of them there. If you'll recall from the movie, he then shoots an arrow into a pole that's towering over the camp and throws two weights to the nearest soldier and tells him to go get the arrow. And no soldier was able to do it. That is, until Mulan scaled the pole as the sun rose the morning after she was told to go home. Her retrieval of the arrow rallied the recruits, resulting in a formidable fighting force. No other princess is that determined. Let's not forget Mulan's heroics at the Tungshao Pass, where she took out the majority of the Han army by causing an avalanche that buried the villains under a mountain of snow. She then proceeded to save all of her friends, nearly killing herself in the process. No other princess is that clever or that brave. And after all she had done for her comrades, they abandoned her because she was a woman. In spite of that grievous insult, she rushed to the imperial palace to warn anyone who would listen that Shan Yu, the leader of the Huns, was still alive and planned on killing the emperor. No other princess is that loyal. Then, to finish off the movie, Mulan hatched a brilliant plan to sneak into the palace and save the emperor. And she fought Shan Yu head on, and he was a good half foot taller than her. Don't even get me started. And she took him out with a firecracker to the face. No other princess saved an entire country. And here's the real kicker. She did all of this as a woman in Imperial China, a place where women could only bring honor to their families with good breeding and a tiny waist, or if they had sons. Yet people overlook Mulan time after time. How many little girls dress up as Mulan when they visit Disneyland? Where's her palace in the Magic Kingdom? In fact, they're taking Mulan off Netflix this month.
What?
Exactly. Instead, princesses like Ariel, Jasmine, Aurora, and Snow White are praised for their beauty. Jasmine scorned her royal upbringing. Ariel sold her soul to try to woo a man she'd never spoken to. Aurora was actually asleep for half the movie. And Snow White disobeyed literally the one request her protectors asked of her. Don't open the door for strangers. In the song, A Girl Worth Fighting For, the soldiers all sing about what they look for in a woman. Ling says he wants a girl who's paler than the moon with eyes that shine like stars, while Yao wants a girl who will marvel at his strength and adore his battle scars. Tianpo is slightly less shallow and thinks that he couldn't care less what she'd wear or what she looks like, because it only depends on what she cooks like. Mulan, witness to this excellent musical number, suggests a girl who's got a brain and always speaks her mind, only to be shot down by all the men present. She looked at qualities beyond physical features and domestic skills and was laughed at for realizing that women have minds of their own. Mulan is a story of ultimate sacrifice for the greater good. As I've said earlier, no other princess is as selfless or as determined or as clever or as brave or as loyal as Mulan. But people insult her and say she's not a real princess because she's technically not of royal blood. And the man she eventually marries is also not of royal blood. In fact, though, Disney has named her as a princess, so if you say that she's not, you're just wrong. You're But this lack of appreciation goes way beyond the animated world. We as a society do not give enough credit to qualities that stem beyond physical features. When it comes down to it, we don't appreciate the things that actually matter. So until I see little girls dress up as Mulan when they're at Disneyland, until I see that she has a ride or a palace dedicated to her, until I see her represented among the characters in the parade, until the day I die, I will be saying that Mulan deserves more credit. Thank you.